Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Monday afternoon. Let me ask you a question. What's going on in Los Angeles, California? A few weeks ago, maybe it's been longer, that's hard to keep up, but a few weeks ago, we had riots. We had mostly peaceful demonstrations and protests. So what happened? I mean, it's like it didn't happen. It's like it's forgotten or something, and what went in its place? This Iranian thing, the Middle East, sucked up all the media time, and all of us just went, whoop, including myself. I'm guilty of it too. Now, there were times when I'm keeping up with this Iranian and the 12-day war, when I'm thinking, well, what's going on? What's going on over here where we were watching? You know, so I'd like to know that. What's going on in Los Angeles? And we also, we had the 12-day war, and then right after that, we had the big beautiful bill, and then right after, or right in the midst of that, we have Idaho thing going on. Yesterday into the night. So I believe we're talking about some distractions here. It might not be, but it's hard to know what to believe. But I believe that my main crux here is that the our main battle, our struggle, our conflict is not it's not in the Middle East. It's not in Europe. It's right here. It's right here in our country. And for whatever reason, it's been decided by the other side that it starts in Los Angeles, California, and in that region of the country, the West. And that's the model. That's the model for the country. And then now you've got a mayor candidate, a mayor that won a primary, not the mayor of New York City yet, but won the Democratic primary in New York City. So we have a lot of things happening here, and we're being just sloshed all over the place. That's my view. Now, I was watching a video earlier by Tucker Carlson was interviewing Steve Bannon, and part of that conversation they were talking about that, like, what happened to the West Coast? What happened to all the riots? Now we got all of our eyes glued on to this 12-day war thing, and how important our real battle, our real war, you could say, is right here. And I believe that. I do believe that. It's an effort to transform these lands into something unrecognizable. I totally believe that. I really do. And we're being distracted. Uh, you know, so what is are we still having riots there, or is the National Guard still there? What happened to the Marines? I thought we sent Marines in there too. I guess they're still there. I don't know. I did hear Tom Homan, the borders are say that we're going to double down on these deportation raids in cities like New York City, Los Angeles, Detroit, the big cities, Baltimore. I hope so. Maybe we need to triple, quadruple down. Because I believe the key is heaving them out of here, because there are a lot of them here, y'all. I mean, it's and I'm not saying all of them, all people, all non-citizens that are here against the law are here to burn it down. I don't believe that. I believe there are probably a good many that actually want to come here to have a better life. I get that. But there is a process. It's a legal process. That's what you're supposed to go through. And there are a good number of them, a big number of them, who are here to burn it down, to transform it, who are being utilized as useful idiots, along with the non citizens and citizens who are being paid very well to facilitate this, to be instigators, is what you're seeing out on the West Coast, Los Angeles, and then you got Portland, and you got Seattle. That's the beginning. That's where it starts. That's my opinion. They need to double down, triple down on these raids because, from what I understand, there's a lot of red tape involved, and they could streamline this and make it much more efficient to to expedite these things a lot smoother, a lot quicker. Now, they also need to have, and this should have been planned, ramped up beforehand, and have a proper protection around these ICE agents. I've said this before. Have National Guard. If that ain't enough, I don't know, put regular military in there. Air Force, Army, SEAL Team 6, Delta Force, whatever you got to do. You know, SEAL Team, surround these guys because they're getting obstructed and attacked themselves when they're trying to just do their job and heaving out the bad ones. You got a lot of bad apples in here who have committed crimes, violent crimes, drug trafficking, human trafficking, you name it. Get them out of here. And then these big riots and stuff. Why are they still walking around? Why are they still here? Why aren't they on a plane somewhere or sitting in jail holding somewhere before they get on a plane and get taken out? Why is that not happening? That's what needs to happen. It's got to happen. It has to be successful. They need to get much more aggressive on this stuff. As far as these raids, in my opinion, a true show of force. Because if not, they're going to win. You and I are going to lose. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's coming. The first losers are Los Angeles, California. United States government, the federal government, its first duty is national security. It's supposed to work on the behalf of the American people. America first. United States citizens first. This is what it should be. That is where it's not in the Middle East. It's not in Europe. First priority is right here. The battle is here. And it's already started. Whether you know it, whether you believe it or not. This 12-day war thing, So what's happening in Los Angeles? Those of you, I know I have viewers out there that are close to this. What's going on? Has it changed? Has it gotten better? Has it tamped down? Is it about has it gotten worse? Now I have concerns about July 4th. We're right on top of that here. Things could get super ugly. I did hear that the No Kings movement is going to ramp up, is planning to really do a lot on the 4th or around the 4th as well. So I just have a feeling that they're really ramping up and really going to make a big showing on around that July 4th, around the next weekend. I have a feeling. Maybe that's part of the reason the big barriers went up in D.C., around the White House, around the Treasury. I might be wrong there, but that's just a feeling I get. Okay, we have demonic, crazed nutcases walking around in society here that should not be walking around in society. Now, they said that this perpetrator, the shooter of this Idaho attack against firefighters yesterday, they named him 20-year-old male Wes Rowley. 20-year-old kid. Now, they're trying to tell us that a 20-year-old kid did all that yesterday that we were talking about. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. Was he military trained? Did he do tours overseas? Is he that good of a shot? Or was he closer? Was he that close that, you know, two firefighters lost their lives? Right there. Right there. And a third is in critical condition. Many others wounded. So one 20-year-old kid did all that by himself. You know, when somebody would, when they're telling it, when I read that, I'm like, the BS meter is just going way off the charts. Don't know about that. I don't know. What do you all think about that? Are we supposed to believe that? One dude? It's a 20-year-old kid, man. But we have a serious issue in, even beyond, kind of going beyond this. We have a serious issue. We have many human beings, citizens, non-citizens, walking around that are not really, should not be in society, running loose now. And we're seeing the ramifications of this. But yet, we're going to keep putting billions and trillions of dollars and other things, and we have a serious crisis. We have a serious mental health, homelessness crisis, and it's not going to get better. It's going to increase. It's going to increase. It's going to get worse. Moving on, you have a top Iranian cleric with a fatwa against Trump and Netanyahu, saying this is a religious decree, an incitement of terrorism, no doubt about it, and targeting both Trump and Netanyahu as if they weren't targeted already, I'm sure. But this ain't over either. That's not over there. But like I said at the top, or like I'm making a point here, is that I know you got to have foreign policy. You support our allies. I get it. I'm for that. I'm pro-Israel. You know. But number one priority is right here. It's right here, man. I'm tired of seeing this stuff. I'm tired of seeing huge mobs of these idiots taking over parts of cities. It's a takeover. Flying a flag of a different country in your country, our country, freely like this, and allowed to do this, to burn up police cars, to throw rocks and destroy all kinds of property, loot, police cars, people. It's being allowed. It's being allowed. It's not going to stop there. It's not going to stop in Los Angeles. That's a test. And they'll move on from there. That's the first place they conquer. And you're going to say, well, it's lost already. Probably is. So who's next? Well, dog, I don't know. I mean, Seattle and Portland, they're lost too. Again, who's next? Do they just go east? Do they skip some places? Looks like they're working on New York City, Texas, Houston. You see a trend here. It's happening. That's why you would have to quadruple down on these raids, these deportations, to make a noticeable dent. I know it's a huge, ginormous task. I get it. The genie has been let out of the bottle. The borders were wide open for four years. It's hard to stuff that back in there once that's out of that bottle, right? But that's what has to be done, or we're done. It might take some time, but the enemy is inside the gates, y'all. It's inside the gates already. They're in. It's too late to, you can close the wall off now, which looks like they have to their credit. But there's so many in already that's been let in the fort that there's some work to do in the fort. You stopped them from coming in, mostly, but the battle, the war is here. It's here. Okay, I'm going to go to a passage. I've ranted on probably too long. If you're still listening, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. I do. All right, I'm going to Psalm chapter 11. This passage was being referred to in the comments of, I think, one of the videos I did yesterday. So, Psalm 11. In the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes the sons of men. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked and those who love violence his soul hates. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. A scorching wind will be their lot. For the Lord is righteous. He loves justice. Upright men will see his face. Amen. Difficult times are here. They're not just coming, they are here. Share your thoughts. Let's be alert out there. Be safe. Have a plan for protection. Stay close to Jesus. Stay in prayer. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.